Fui solo como un túnel, de mí huyen los pájaros, y en mí la noche entraba su invasión poderosa. Para sobrevivirme te forjé como una arma, como una flecha en mi arco, como una piedra en mi onda. Pero cae la hora de la venganza, y te amo. It's 6:30 on solstice. Those are my first words being spoken this morning. And I came to this spot, I don't know, for me it just feels like pure magic. When I'm here, I feel like I'm in a fantasy novel. With those stone benches and this tree right next to me, and I was already here yesterday afternoon and there were a lot of butterflies flying around. In the morning my mind still feels so crisp and clear. And I feel even in now trying to produce the words, it's a bit difficult because there's still so much emptiness from freshly waking up. Okay, I don't really know where to start. I feel a bit scared recording this because I'm also asking, okay, what is my purpose? Where do I want to go with it? What is my message? What is the intention? What is important now for you to hear? What does someone need to hear? What can I maybe give words to someone else can't? I was in a few dating experiences in the past couple of months. It was my first time going out there again. And it came with a lot of difficulties. I was wondering if I want to make videos about that too, but I decided not to. Somehow it does still feel really vulnerable, and it's also a different thing when it involves other people, but I also want to try to stay at my experience as much as possible. But in those two situations, I experienced a form of betrayal, which I've never experienced ever before in my whole life. And interestingly enough, is like one of my deepest desires is having someone or meeting someone where we share a shared sense of reality. And I think sometimes why even dating or romance can feel even so much better than also sometimes maybe friendship is because you get this feeling that you share reality to the same degree. Because even with friends, each of you is living in their own reality and then their own life. And then there are some overlaps when you meet or when you're in connection, but then you part again and everyone is just going into their direction again. Whereas in romance, it feels like you're in there together because you're equally invested and just want to know about the person and you want to be with them. And yeah, so, but even for me as an artist and seeing the world as I do, I crave that even more, like wanting to be witnessed and even, yeah, acknowledged in my reality. And there's another video where I was talking about how I actually achieve this with my art and how I can give that to myself. But then when a betrayal happens, it's always painful, but everything just collapses. And I start really questioning myself in the way of, okay, where am I delusional and where am I so naive? But I truly live after that our external is a reflection of our internal. And I love how in some spiritual teachers, they say how reality is just a delayed mirror of your internal. So, when those things happen to me, I look within myself and I'm asking myself, where am I still lying to me? Where am I still betraying me or even other people? Because our relationships, and especially what bothers us and what hurts us, is just mirroring back to us where we're still not in fully alignment with who we are. And facing that truth, where I'm still betraying myself, wow, yes, that really hurts. So whatever is bothering you there in the outside, whatever annoys you maybe in someone, or when someone hurts you, if someone leaves you, someone lies to you, you feel abandoned by someone, turn back to yourself and ask yourself, where I'm doing this thing to me, where do I abandoning myself? Where do I not choose myself? Like, for example, in this situation, so much old pain of wanting to be chosen came out, wanting to be special, wanting to feel like actually the priority, that the number one. Wow. Yes, that's like one of the core wounds which comes out for me in multiple relationships. But I know I can see really clearly in my life where I'm still not choosing myself and where I'm not putting myself first, where I still put the other first. And I think that's where we have to do the work. And if I'm able to change that, my reality, my external, the way how people treat me will change too. Or even how those things maybe affect me. Okay, but actually, like one more of the bigger things I wanted to talk about was, again, that the beauty in pain, the grace in suffering, the softness and the discomfort. Because I'm at a point now where when I feel this intense pain, I notice how there's so much energy just being released and flying around in my body. And it makes me feel that everything is possible. It gives me such a sense of power. I give you an example. So yesterday was the first day, proper day, where I was like fully, I don't even know if I'm already like at a grieving state. I think it's just like still processing and just feeling all the emotions. And it was super, yeah, just hurtful. And then I went to an event, and there was a big audience. There was live music and a big audience, and no one was dancing, but I wanted to dance. So I danced. Yes, I was scared and I felt a bit nervous because I was like, no one is dancing here, and oh, this is awkward and people think I'm weird. But when you experience like so much hurt and you actually are able to carry yourself through it, it gives you such a confidence. And I was like, what is this like in comparison to what I'm experiencing right now? Like the fear of being shamed while dancing. Somehow it doesn't feel scary anymore at all. So I just danced and was enjoying life. And same, for example, now we're sitting here. I thought that this was more like a private spot, but apparently it's like more like a passing through, and there are a lot of runners and bikers, even though it's super early in the morning. And there's always a little bit of fear and discomfort in my body when I record in public. It's just, oh my God, what do people think? And they're gonna judge all these influencers, whatever. But there again, because my body was like going through so much, it's just like, we can do that. And this is where I find the beauty in going through those hard moments in life, because when you experience like so much pain or like a hard moment, feel the energy, because it's like immense. I also believe it's so connected to our life force, because so much just old wounds are being reopened, and they hold so much of our energy and also who we are. So the next time, or maybe you are going through a lot of pain right now, feel it. Feel it in your belly, feel it in your chest. For me, it's really my solar plexus being so tight and almost feeling like my heart is gonna explode. And then notice the power behind it. And maybe you want to channel it into sport. I think that's also an amazing way. I will definitely go boxing tonight. That always helps me a lot. And to do just like some high intensity. But yeah, so channel it into sports, channel it into your writing, channel it into your art, in your filmmaking, in your singing. But do something with it. Do something with it. Because if you don't, it still exists in your system. And when we suppress those emotions, then they usually like go to an organ or somewhere that just try to come out. You know, for me, it's like through my skin, but maybe they will go, I don't know, on your liver, or you get like some gut issues. You will be bloated. And no, we don't want that. We want a healthy system. So, you know, it's composting. Like you need to make it, also give it to the earth, and then something new can grow out of it.